is good, good. You know we're rocking in the dark neighborhood, hood. You know the dread are gonna bring it like we should. Can I hear them say? Turn around, stupid. Turn around, stupid. Turn around, stupid. Stupid, turn around, stupid. Now turn around. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. Boom, boom. Just give me that. Give me that. Boom, boom, boom. Just give me that. I don't care what you got, just give me that. Just give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Just give me that. Change up the groove some.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Burrow from the gun. That's caught for the first. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's Mayer. He's got it. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Tucker. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pass complete to Campbell. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Cut by Jacobs. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. To throw again, it's Burrow. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
2nd and 3 now. Man in motion here. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. Touchdown! Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the 40 on 2nd down. He's got this complete to James Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Butker on now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Burrow setting to throw. This will be caught by Akers. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here we go.
From the 34. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Smith and Jigba going to motion over left. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Completed to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Looking to throw, Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Burrow from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
1-1, ready?
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
11 MT.
Trying for it with Burrow. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Cook hauls it in. Get some space around midfield. 3 inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 13. That's a pickup of 9. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They ruled him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Third down, it's Mahomes. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Mahomes to throw for it. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Akers. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Got a man, it's Mayer. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He's on the move. Completed to Davis. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those cases, and we see it at every level. He simply took off before he got full possession, and that's simply a drop.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Now a give to Cook, running left. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Connects with Cook. And he gets forward for 3 yards as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 32. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Deommodore Lenoir. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by Andre Shisco. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Cook. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Another one for Cook. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. You've got a man in motion. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. David Njoku, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
11 MC, take. Gun.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders make it a one-score game before halftime. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he gets him around 6 there. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely on line. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Raiders 17.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Putting a receiver in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. Second down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, here's Akers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Thomas. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. God.
Burrow from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Davante Adams! It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Straight ahead, here's Cook.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
Third and 2, Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a third-quarter lead. Davante Adams, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Akers up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Gun. God. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
From the 38. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
11 MT, 11 MT.
The give inside to Akers. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
11. Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
First down, Burrow to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11.
2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing.
I'm one, right?
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He breaks the tackle. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his own line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Has it down close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a blocked extra point on the play.
You know, it really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel it. The whole sideline gets deflated. But I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams. And you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is. So making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch the Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
11 MT. Gun. Shot.
Smith-Njigba going to motion over left. 3rd and long for him here. Oh no, they get him yet again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Going power with a big tight end. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And he's tackled for no gain.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Cook. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. Up and good from Blankenship. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Starting from the 5. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
Here we go.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.